want to run through this first third down from the Packers against the Vikings here. So, the first play of the game was that really nice kind of Devontae crossing route that went for, I don't know, 50 some odd yards. And then they kind of sputter out. Everyone gets excited. Oh, they got big gains. Rah, rah, rah. People say that. That's what people say. And then they kind of sputter a little bit. So here they are facing 3rd and 8. And I know at the time after this play, what this ends up being, and we'll watch it real quick before we start doing anything. It's, man, why did he go deep to MVS? Like, he goes down there. It's a low percentage throw. Why do they always chuck? That's the thing. Why are they always chucking on 3rd down, man? You can see Rodgers goes back. He throws. He overshoots MVS. MVS is covered. Ball goes out of bounds. Why'd they do that? Why'd they throw? They got to settle for a field goal after that nice start. All of that. I don't need to run through all of that. So I kind of want to just walk through, I guess, the thought process, the concept on that, because this is not the core concept. They're running 3 men out, so this is going to be basically a 2-man concept and then an alert over here. And what the alert is, basically, is if things are correct, if things are right, if you like the matchup, throw that. If not, go elsewhere. A lot of times the alert would be that's your first read or that's no read. That's what you're going to, unless something drastic happens post snap that you did not see, or you're never going back to it. And you have this. I mean, it kind of goes back a long ways, but early West Coast stuff. It was ball control, but you always had a vertical option. Basically, you always had the ability to take a shot if you needed to. And so right now it's a go route for MVS, but I want to spend a minute over here on what they're doing over here. And so you can see this is something I know Chris Brown, the football writer that I've always loved his stuff, has said when you're watching football, you watch the green. You look at the green, and you can't always see this. Again, this is the all-22, but when you're watching the game, even on broadcast, there's times you can see what does it look like pre-snap? Where are their openings? Is there an uncovered receiver? Is there, a swath of field somewhere that looks like it's unprotected? And that's kind of where you want to look, because that's likely where the offense is going to try to attack, and that's also where the defense is going to try to cover. So if you're a quarterback, what you're looking at is, okay, these guys are split. Are both these guys actually going to split? You've got this guy standing up. Is he coming on the blitz? Is he dropping back as the rat? How are you covering this area, and how is the defense going to try to protect it? And so that's kind of the main question that we're answering and that we're looking at. And so again, look at this. MVS go. Cobb is going to run a slant in the middle, attacking that green. And then Adams is going to be, now I'm not exactly sure, he's kind of following a little bit. There's a Shanahan concept that he calls arches. It's a little tighter, and what arches is, it's kind of this same general idea, except usually you're one guy off the line, one guy in the backfield. But the idea is a slant and then usually like an angle route or something, and then the back or someone off the line follows. So it's kind of a push out and then a follow. So you're kind of getting that follow slant, follow post look, but off a delay and off these angle routes. And so I'm bunching this into that arches concept because the idea is the same, even if kind of how they're running it and some of the spacing and timing is a little different. So it's not that, but that's kind of how I'm bunching it. So if you have a slant, then a follow here. And so for Rodgers, right offhand, this is going to say, okay, you've got Cobb in the middle. So likely initial read is going to be, is he dropping back? You look in middle. Is he dropping back? Because if he's dropping back, that slant's gone. And then what's this guy doing here? So if he's playing over the top and this guy stays here, you throw that slant. If not, move somewhere else. And a lot of times with the follow stuff, you're reading that inside out. So you're saying, if I can't throw the slant, I've got the follow, and there's more reads that go there. What's he doing? Is he dropping down? Is he playing over the top? Is he playing inside? And if this guy has followed, if there's a rat here and this guy doesn't follow, maybe he falls underneath here, and so that makes that messy. This is really, really messy. So basically, what we're going to say is, okay, first guy you're throwing to, here. If I'm making this up, this is generally how this is done. If he falls back as the rat, don't throw that. What else do you have? All right, we've got a follow here. What did this guy do? Did he stay back because you've got a rat there, or did he fall under? And if he fell under, if this guy's over the top, throw there because they have a window. Whole lot of stuff going into it, but that's kind of a general look at what you're looking at here. Now we're going to roll this because the picture changes before the ball is snapped. And the picture changes right up here with Harrison Smith up there. And that's kind of inform everything going on. All right. Harrison Smith feigns a pressure, as he does. Looks like he's coming. Now, whether he comes or not at this point is besides the point, because you don't know if this guy's coming. This is an unknown right now. If he's the rat, so if he's the rat, if he falls back under here and takes away this slant here, which let's say that he does, and then if that coverage, again, unknown, if that coverage means that this guy, instead of following inside because he knows he has the rat there, and maybe you got the safety there, he falls back underneath, suddenly you've reached the top of your 3-step drop, and this guy's out, and this guy's out. So you've taken both those guys out. It's a 2-man concept. Now you're done. And now there's pressure, and you're kind of screwed. So that's some of the thought process. What are your knowns? What are your unknowns? Right now, our knowns are Harrison Smith is dropping down. Again, whether he actually comes or not on the blitz is irrelevant at this point, because what that tells Rodgers is that, okay, it shifts your green a little bit. You now have a vacated area up here. The safety's here. There's no way Harrison Smith, with the speed of MVS, is buzzing over the top and taking that away. So what that tells Rodgers is, all right, man, now I've got Harrison Smith down. That tells me that I've got a man-to-man matchup with MVS and whatever cornerback this is. And I'm sure the scouting report says the Minnesota Vikings cornerbacks are slow, because that's true. I like this matchup here. I like a 3-step drop, transition, go, throw with MVS over the unknowns here, because if this guy drops and if there's drops here, that's drops here, you're done. You're screwed. Your scramble drill, if you get sacked, you're out of field goal range. So that's kind of the thought process there. So we'll kind of watch this, and we'll see what happens. All right, pressure comes. Everyone comes. So now if he comes, if you're watching this on TV, because we all were, you're seeing this. Because you're seeing a limited view. You're seeing roughly this, and you're seeing it from this view. So you're seeing, oh man, Randall Cobb, he's wide open on that slant. And I was saying the same thing. This guy's over the top. There's green in here. Why don't you just throw to Cobb? You should just throw to Cobb. Because it's the unknowns, and it's the decision making, and it's the matchups that he likes. So instead, Rodgers throws up here, and he's talked about this throw before. Transition go is one of his favorite throws. Transition go it's a go ball that he throws lower. I think normally you're throwing anywhere between 25 to 40 yards. I think was the old West Coast stuff. Rodgers gets that 3-step drop, and he likes that because he can throw it at a lower trajectory. He can get it because you want your guy to beat his guy off the line. You're banking on your guy to beat that guy. So then this cornerback here is in recovery mode. He's trying to get back on the wide receiver's hip. That ball comes out sooner than expected. It's at a lower trajectory. Suddenly, you've got a big play. So that's everything that kind of goes into this. And I don't know if that makes anyone feel better or worse, but that's the thought process. It's basically, if one thing happens in the middle of the field, my play is screwed. Versus, oh, hey, that safety's dropping down, which means I've got a one-on-one matchup with my fast guy that I like on the outside. So, again, not really trying to say which way is right, just trying to walk through a little bit of what the thought process is there and why, even though it looks like in the TV copy, Cobb is wide open, because it is wide open, kind of the stuff that happens before that leads to the decision to throw to MVS. Because once the ball snapped, he's not looking at Cobb. Once the ball snapped, he's going straight to MVS.